Hi everyone, today we are going to show the installation and treatment tutorial video of the RET with vacuum machine. Firstly, we will introduce the machine installation, and when you receive the machine, it's like this, and we need to install the spare parts by ourselves. So I will introduce the screen to you first. This is the screen, which is touchable, and we will introduce the interface later. Let's turn to the other side. This is the cooling fan of the machine inside, and this is the machine handler. As we can see, this is the power button, and when we need to run the machine, and we need to press this button to the mark like 1. And if we need to shut down the machine, and we need to press this button to the mark line 0. And this is the power cable connector. For this one, this is the filter. As we can see, these 3 connectors are for the handle with the vacuum. And for this one, this is for the VR01, this is for the VR02, and this is for the VR03. This is the connector for the RET handle. This is for the R1, this is for the R2, and this is for the R3. And this connector is for the return pads. So we can go on to introduce this side of the machine. So it's also a cooling fan of the machine. So this is the machine's like. So we are going to introduce the spare parts. So this is the spare parts of the handle, and we'll firstly introduce this R3, and it has the label on it, means R3, and this is the handle with the vacuum. This is the R3 handle. And for this one, this is without vacuum. For these 2 handpieces, we will apply on the large areas like our belly, our back, and also we can apply on the limbs area for the area that's large. For this VR2 handle, as we can see, this is the VR2 and this is the R2. You can see the treatment tip. For this tip is with vacuum, this is without vacuum. For the VR2 and R2 handpiece, we can apply it on our face, the neck, so we can treat the face area for these 2 handles. And for the VR1 and R1, for these 2 handles, we can apply on the eye area. So after introducing the handle, we can go on to introduce the return pads. This is the return pads or the negative plate. We can place this on the back side of the patient or on the shoulder of our patient, and we will show how to place it in the treatment video. So after introducing all the spare parts, we will show how to install the machine. Okay, we will firstly install the handle with the vacuum, and we will place the handle in the hanger. And then we can fetch the connector. And we will firstly install the VR1. This is for the VR1, and it has a arrow in this area, and we will install it to the connector. And if we want to uninstall it, and we have to put this part down, and then we uninstall the handle connector. And then we go on to install the VR2. This connector is for the VR2. and the installation is actually the same. So and then we fetch the connector of the VR03, and then we finish the handpiece with vacuum installation, and then we will fetch the RET handpiece. And we will also place the handle in this hanger. And we will find the connector. We will firstly find the R1. We can check there are 4 pins in the R1 connector. And for this connector has 4 pins connecting part. So we install the R1 in this part, and we spin this rotating part to tighten the connector. And then we will fetch the R2. R2 has like 4 pins. So this connector has 4 pins connector. So we install it and spin the nut to tighten the connector. And for the R3 has like 7 pins, and we'll install it to this part and then spin the nut. So lastly, we will fetch the return pads and place the return pads in this area. And the return pads has 2 pins, and we'll install it to this part. So we finish the handle and return pad installation, and after that we will install the cable to this connector. And after we supply with power, we can press this button so the machine will run. Okay, we connect to the power cable connector, and then we press this button and the machine is running. So we go on to introduce the machine interface. So when the machine is running, we click either area to enter the handle selection interface. For the V style is the handle with vacuum. For the RET is the handle without vacuum. And we can introduce the handle with vacuum first. Actually, we can choose the handle in this area. We can click either the handle to enter the main interface. This is the return interface. You can go into the handle selection interface. So this is the working interface. This is the clean button. This is the time. This is the mode. This is the vacuum, and this is the energy intensity. For these 2 buttons is to adjust the time, the mode, and the vacuum. As we can see, we click this mode, it will be in green color, and we choose the vacuum, it will be in green color. So we click these 2 buttons to increase the vacuum mode or timed. This is the start button, and this is the stop button. And for these 3 buttons is for the handle selection. Actually, we can also select handle in this working interface. So I will introduce the suggested parameter for the VR01 handle. For the VR01 handle, the working time is from 1 to 90 minutes. And normally we can use the default time 30 minutes. And the mode, for the VR01, we will use it for the ice. So for the mode, we can use mode 1. It will keep sucking for 1 second and release for 1 second. So we choose mode 1. And the vacuum, because the eye skin is like more fragile, so we can also use vacuum energy 1. For the energy intensity, we can start from 10 to 20. for the safety concern, we always use from lower energy, so we can use from 10. If the patient can accept higher energy, we can increase that by 20%. So we can always start from lower energy. So after that, we can click the start button. This VR01 handle is working. So when this handle is working, it has a light indicating light. So which means this handle is working. And then we click the stop button. For the VR02 we can apply on our face, the cheek, and also the neck area. For the time, we use the default time 30 minutes. And for the mode, for the face, we can also use mode 1. However, some people can also use mode 2. For the vacuum, we can use 1 to 2. We can click 2. For the energy intensity, we can start from 30 to 50, and we start from 30. So after setting the parameter, we can click the start button. So you can see the VR2 is working now. And then we click the stop button and choose the VR3. For the VR3 handle, we will apply on our belly, the back, and also the limbs area. Anywhere that is like treatment area is large. So for the time, we can also use 30 minutes. For the mode, it depends on the treatment area. For the belly, we can use, for the belly and the back, we can use the mode 1. It will keep sucking the skin continuously. And also the vacuum, we can use 2 to 3. We can use 2. For the energy, we can start from 50 to 80. It depends on how strong the patient is, or so we can start from 50. So after setting the parameter, we can click the start button. And this VR3 handle is working. So this is the V-style handle interface introduction. So after using the handle with the vacuum, we can clean. We can click this button to clean the treatment tip, because it has suction in the treatment tip. It will suck some paste or cream or oil into the vacuum pipe. So we click this button, it will start to clean the pipe. So it's also a really good machine maintenance for this machine. So we can click the stop and return to the RET. RET, we can also click either handle to enter the interface. This is the return button. This is the working time. This is the energy intensity. This is the start and stop button. And for these 3 buttons is for the handle selection. And we can go on to start to introduce the R1 handle. For the R1 handle, we can also start from, this is the time. We use the default time. For the energy, we use from 10 to 20, and we always start from lower energy. So after setting the parameter, we can click the start button, and this handle is working now. So for the R2, the time is the same. For the energy, we suggest from 30 to 50. So after setting the parameter, we can click the stop button, and this handle is working. So for the R3, the time is also still default time. However, the energy we can apply 50 to 80%. So we set the machine start. This handle is working. So this is the interface introduction. So we go on to show how to do the treatment.